up? Thank you, everybody, for joining us here. Thank you, everybody in the stream chat. Who we got? Krell, Joker, the Dubs Club, Tracy, oh, you wouldn't believe me, the Real Hammer, Billy Lee, Jimmy, Kenny, what is up, man? Pancreas, Big Bang, Hater Shack, Mama Waffles in the stream chat.
Hi, Mom. See you tomorrow.
The Trek Reviewer. I saw Galloping Mom in the stream chat earlier. That's my mom. Everybody say hello. Hello, Mother. Hope you are doing well. A-Train, Sean Elias, Zeph, Mood Eye, Casey Spoon, Todd, what is up? Looking forward to your return. King, he's right there. Lord BBH, what is up, man? Those Voss bottles aplenty. Bad news to Cruz. Everybody's here. King saying the indestructible Voss bottles. Not so much. They're very strong. We, for a while, were on quite the streak of just breaking them post-stream on accident. Obi-Wan, Starcourt Arcade. Who's that?
Steam Times with 500 bits.
Thank you for that, man. Super generous. Alex, hello, hello. Adam and Chips, Stephen Lucas. Cracker Jack, what is up? Jolt with the super chat. What is up, man? Is that a Waffles fan right there?
Yes. Thank you very much, sir. Hope to see you around the arcade soon.
Thank you, man. Bullmaster, good evening to you. Blossom, hello, hello. Ed with 500 bits. Thank you, man. Super generous. Proud with the resub. Thank you for that. King with 10 gifted subs. Thank you, man. Super generous. Slumbers, what is up? Hold on 1 second. Norbert, what is up? Norbert and Jose. Todd. A lot of people looking forward to some Excite Bike and Super Don Quixote. Elser, thank you for that. You know, this episode, today's show, this Monday Mystery Game, we received some very sad news that one of our Team GGA brothers has passed away. GGA Slips, who was amazing on our Mortal Kombat team, Mortal Kombat 9 team. He played on our Injustice team, and he was just overall just such a great guy. Brad, who went by Slips, GGA Slips, he had passed away, so we want to tribute today's show to him. He played in so many tournaments with us. He came out. Here's some video of him playing against Tom Brady. And again, it's what an awesome guy. There he is, Brad Slips. He will be remembered here. An amazing arcade player. He had held many world records. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Huge fan of UN Squadron. And he was one of the team. He'll be sadly missed. He would travel in and hang out with us. We had him out many a times, working with us on Dark Presence, doing some testing with us, and just a really great guy. And really sad news to hear of his passing. Our deepest condolences to his family, all of his friends. He had so many friends within this community and the FGC, and he will be greatly missed. So this one's for Slips, GGA Slips. So we're going to go into watching him play. We're going to put on a longer video on YouTube. We'll make a post about that. So, again, condolences to his family for everything and everybody that knew him. It was a very sudden thing. So, our condolences. So, if you're coming out, play some Scorpion. Play a game of Mortal Kombat 9 Scorpion. And think of Slips. So may he rest in peace. It really is. You can see it. We've unfortunately had to have too many of these, as so many of our friends from the arcade have passed away. But the one big thing, the thing that brought us all together, was these games, and we used the games to get through the rough times. So again, we dedicate today's game to GGA Slips. Are you ready?
Are you ready for the Monday Mystery Game?
Hey everybody, this is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade out in Brookfield, Illinois. Today is Monday, June 30th, 2025, and we are here with yet another Monday Mystery Game. This time, game number 1045. We'll be hitting the arcade floor. Last week, number 1044 made its appearance. It was none other than Versus Excite Bike, released from Nintendo back in 1984. Beloved game from the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES. So many people had it. People remembered it. It was here in a red tent probably 2010. So close to 15 years later, it makes its return in an upright Nintendo cabinet. So happy to have it back. So happy to have that. It's got those little nuances that are different, which is so cool, including the Excite Bike mode. And while it did lose the Build a Course, such a cool game, made up for it with the scoring mechanics and everything else. So we've had so many people saying that they're anxious to come out and give that a try. We have so many people calling, asking the questions that, we've been only saying it pretty much every day forever. People asking, are you going to be open on the 4th of July this year? Absolutely. We are open 7 days a week. We do not close. We are here. Well, we close, but we reopen every day. Holidays, Christmas, New Year's, we're here for all of them. 4th of July included, regular hours. So join us. I think it's Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So we are here 11 a.m. till 2 a.m. You like watching stuff explode? That happens quite a bit in a lot of these arcade games. So join us on the 4th of July. We'll be here. We'll be here. Coming up, maybe, the Vault series. We've been marching forward with the Monday Mystery Games. Again, 1,045 games here. It's insane. But we are pretty much out of space and have been for a little bit. So there might be, we'll continue to do the Monday Mystery Game. It'll be the Monday Mystery Game Vault series, which will mean that the game will come in and it'll be here for maybe a week, maybe less, and then go back to the vaults. So we will see if we can't come up with some alternative plan to make this all work. Otherwise, the Vault series could be starting on August 11th. But who knows? Things change here quick all the time. The game that we were going to do today changed. The game we were going to do for 1,050 changed. You never know. It's all just kind of circumstances and situations, and we always make it work. We had huge shout-outs to this last Thursday. We had GGA Jeremiah, the talent. He was streaming yet again.
Hitbox on that is
Some great
questionable.
action in the hunt.
Shooting fast and
Great
hopefully
IREM
it's
game.
hard, but
Did really well. Went
Oh my
from
goodness.
learn the game fairly quickly.
Attention.
Very much more a slow, methodical shmup rather than the bullets everywhere shmups. So great game,
This is-
but this Thursday I'm thinking maybe we'll do a GGA Slips game with the talent. Maybe we'll have him play either UN Squadron or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Some of his favorites. So in memoriam, we'll see. But the talent will be playing this Thursday, maybe around 3 p.m. We'll see. We say a lot of things. We'll be here though. We'll be streaming on Thursday, gearing up for a bunch of upcoming events. Starting off with, we have the Video Game Summit, the VGS, headed up by one of your lifetime members, Dan Icovelli. That will be going on July 12th. And we are very excited for that. The VGS has been one of the few shows that we have, if they ask us to go, we go. We're always excited to go and happy to have watched it grown so much over the years. And huge shout outs to Dan and everybody that he works with to put on that show. It's a great pillar, one of the pillars of the community, as we say. Here's a link in the stream chat. Make sure you get all the information on it, and we will see you there. We're going to be bringing probably a game I don't know if I'm not supposed to say what it is. I think I've said it. What's that? It's a great one. A great one. So what else do we have going on? You know, we always talk about how much we have going on, and it's like we've got G-Fest coming up. That's July 11th, 12th, and 13th. That's a pretty huge thing. We will be over at the Hyatt Regency O'Hare. Looking forward to that, hanging out with all the Godzilla fans. We're going to be bringing the much sought-after Godzilla Redemption games. Going to have all of our kaiju games out there, so that should be a lot of fun. Always a great time. We'll stay on track. I'm trying to shift things around, but so 2 huge events then. There's a third, but we'll get to that in a second. We got T20 coming up. Registration is open. You can register right now. I think that was yesterday. I'm having a huge time crisis in my brain about when things happen, but T20 registration is open. Here's the link for that. Registering for T20 gets you all access to the arcade for the whole weekend. It's August 8th, 9th, and 10th. Our annual tournament in 20 games. Last year it was 22 games, and they were all new games, but who knows? Who knows? There probably will be some. We've been known to put some new games out, so expect some new games, expect some new surprises. So it's 8th, 9th, and 10th for the T20, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then Monday, the 11th, is the start possibly of the Vault Series. But if it doesn't, maybe some other crazy thing will happen. So you would want to be here for that Monday. Then that Tuesday happens. And then that Wednesday is the 15-year anniversary of the Galloping Ghost Arcade. So we hope everybody comes out for that. We will be crowning a Gamer of the Year. So join us for that. 15 years with us, with the Galloping Ghost Arcade, with it. Currently, one of the cool things going on is we are in the running for Best Arcade in the U.S., according to Newsweek. All these polls, everybody's got their own. You can vote. But Newsweek running a poll for what's the best arcade in the U.S. You can vote once a day. And as we said, you can vote from your phone. You can vote from your computer. They're different. It's just looking for an IP address. So I'm seeing right here that we haven't on this computer voted. So we can vote right now ourselves for the best arcade. I think it is response E is the Galloping Ghost Arcade. And if you want to go vote for somebody else, don't. But you can vote until July 17th, so you can vote every single day if you want. We'd sure appreciate it. Speaking of people who think this is a pretty good arcade, Justin Wong, legendary video game fighting game player, was out at the arcade a while back. He dropped a video walk around about the arcade. I checked maybe an hour into it, and it had like 34,000 views within an hour, which this guy's following is absolutely insane. And huge shout out to Justin. So many people surprised that Justin came in and just, you know, took a world record in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Such a great video. So much. Again, we're not ones to run around and spend a bunch of money on advertising. So when highly known players come in and people with channels and do big videos on us, it means more people coming out to the arcade. So we really appreciate Justin coming out and doing that. Been on streams with him and Maximilian Dude, and always a fun time. Great having his first time out here. Everybody was so surprised. How was that his first time out here? Glad he made it out. So, speaking of people with huge followings, I think it's time to announce why July 11th and 12th. We've been mentioning those dates. We're going to be having a meet and greet going on with a few people with some pretty major followings going on. You got the Cinema Snob coming out. You've got Nostalgia Critic, and then you've got the Angry Video Game Nerd, who will be here on July 11th and 12th. AVGN will be out here. He's bringing some friends with him. This is going to be massive. The Nerd is coming out. He's been here before. This is going to be his first official signing event. It is going to be absolutely insane having these guys out here. They're going to be doing a signing. We're having to do a little rearranging around the arcade to satiate the amount of people that will be coming out. He's going to, we're going to be probably doing it on a first come, first serve basis. 2 days though, Friday, Saturday. So it's going to be, it's going to have a special signing ticket to get you in line with those guys, and very excited for it. It is going to be big. His first time out. Nostalgia Critic, it was out not too long ago. He shot a video here on The Simpsons, which did tremendously well. And the Snob, I've not met him personally, so anxious to meet him. And again, Angry Video Game Nerd will be here signing. More details to come. So looking forward to it. It is going to be big. Speaking of big, some of these numbers getting pretty large over in the scores section. Why don't we summon forth the greatest Mortal Kombat 9 Smoke player of all time, who's GGA Tommy Waffles. Let's talk about some scores. It's hot. I see most of the, like, you and Brandon and Jeremiah walking around, and everybody's like trying to remember everything that's going on. But Tom, how are the scores?
Keeping us on our toes. Testing 1, 2, 3. Let me make sure this is all good. There we go. We got some pretty good ones. I was trying to remember them. Don't have my notes. We can do it off the head, off the dome. It's all good. We will start off with your former Game of the Year, second two-time Game of the Year, Andrew Ayahuasco, coming at you with 3 house highs. Some world records? I believe so. We got Great 1,000-Mile Rally, taking that back. I believe we were tracking the first track in that game. We got Grid Seeker. Nice little vertical shmup. And then, speaking of vertical shmups, Sengeki Striker, I believe it was the third one. Andrew kind of dipping his toes in the vertical shmup genre. We'll see if anyone's ready to challenge him on that. I know we got a couple former Gottis that I believe that's their forte. So maybe give Andrew a run for his money. Next up, we have got, who do we got? We got Mr. Thomas Boyce. The War of Initial D, Akina Downhill Day. Reclaiming that from a gentleman who had just recently put up a score, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. You guys saw it here. Those guys, they're tapping the refresh button on that track on Arcade, making sure their name stays up on top. one of the most competitive games we have here at the arcade. One of the best drivers we have at the arcade. It's an amazing game. Check it out if you haven't. I know one of our very own Ray is very into that game right now. He's a big car guy, so I'm sure that speaks volumes. I have no idea, but probably. Next up, we've got Mr. Matt Walters with a brand new House High and Dues Wild Ride. Another very competitive game we have here going on at the arcade, I believe, formerly held by Mr. Andrew Iwasco himself. Add a little more competition to his pot. Get a new House High. Yeah, we're creeping up on that world record, I believe. Maybe about 30,000 points away. We'll see who can race to that finish line first. But very, very good stuff to Matt. And actually, you know what? I have an honorary shout out to do because I did forget it, but now I'm remembering it. Another former Gotti, Pete Gores, taking that House High on Excite Bike last week. The official House High, you guys actually witnessed it live on stream at the Galloping Ghost. I believe he got maybe something a little higher afterwards, but yeah, that was kind of like a one and done. We were lucky enough to be graced by his presence, and he killed it. So good stuff to Pete. It was really good to see him. I hadn't seen him in a while, and hope to see him around soon.
All right. Tom, how was the weekend?
Weekend was good. It was chill. You know, here. Chill. Was it chill? It was chill.
The weekend seems like a month ago already.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of just all blends in together. You guys already know. Of course, shout outs to the gentleman holding down the front. Today was busy. I don't know. We're kind of hitting a nice little stride here. It's nice little consistency. You know, Saturday might not be. We might only get 450, but on a Monday, we're creeping up on this is like going to be like a 200 person. It's crazy, man. So always something going on here. Believe Claudio was out this weekend. Always good to see him. And it was a little toasty, but cooler than outside. That's for sure. I can tell you that. Stephen Lucas is here, of course, hailing in from Springfield. Yes, sir. I will not forget you, sir. And yeah, I think that's it.
Steven was asking if I would go on the Crimecade podcast.
Ooh. That could be fun. I know he wants the talent on there. He's been calling
I know
for that
he wants
for a
the
minute.
talent,
Yeah.
too.
There's some sort of stipulation or something behind that. I know it. Jeremiah, he's got a request before he makes an appearance on it.
We'll see. We'll see. You think they're ready? Are they ready for it?
I think so. There we go. I like that. No post-edit needed.
Yeah.
You got some guesses in the chat. Mech Warrior 4, Space Odyssey. Are those games? I don't even know. You know. Oh, stupendous man. That is... What is the opposite of music to his ears? Nails on a chalkboard to some people's ears with that comment.
I think I'm missing a key reference here, but all right. Are we just doing it?
We're good.
All right. 1,045 creeping up. Oh, I love it. Oh, just throw up Time Gal. Yeah, there's not one that's known to exist, but just throw that up for 1,045. Okay. Maybe there's a time calendar. Forest of Wires. All right. Your Monday mystery game, number 1,045, is none other than Vegas Battle. Outrageously rare laser disc game, Vegas Battle, released from Data East back in 1983. This was released. There's the everybody wanting Time Gal. It's not Time Gal, but this completes the Data East trifecta of Cobra Command, Road Blaster, Vegas Battle. Todd, you're familiar with this one?
Forget about what I said. Now Vegas Battle is here. Now my mind has changed.
King, you know Vegas Battle?
Yes, I do.
Wow. I'm impressed. King knowing Vegas Battle.
Yes, I do. Surprisingly, once again, I know.
An interesting game. I'm now watching a video. Pish saying Laserdisc is always cool. You know, we were talking. Jolt saying I didn't even know like something like this even existed so early. All right, King knows it. Let's have King up first. King, why do you know Vegas Battle?
It's once again it was the same situation with Super Don Quixote. Like I learned how to play Laserdisc games at home on my computer, so I came across Vegas Battle just out of spite of all the Laserdisc games, and it again, same thing with Super Don Quixote. Like I just picked it up and played it at home, and one thing led to another, and I knew it. I just figured it out. So haven't gotten too far on it though. But again, it's another one of those Laserdisc games that I love all the visual. Like this kid right here riding this.
That's Sony.
Like I love this. Like he's right here. He just shines in like that. Yeah, I love that. Like it's so great. But yeah, I know this game.
So this was out of an anime. There was an anime that came out around this time that they used for this game. Does anybody in the stream chat know what the anime is? I'm watching Armageddon. Stephen Lucas. On point. King starting.
Let's go. Wow, this is so cool. Is this original dedicated?
Genma Wars. You are correct.
This is so cool.
So, original dedicated cabinet.
Task to save this planet from the alien Varga.
I am Luna.
So you start out
So I believe
trying to Luna. You have to touch Luna. She wants to help you, but she really seems to be dodging and avoiding, but she's there to help you. You can see there's the Luna counter in the upper right. It's funny, they say that you're trying to fight Vargas, who's the last boss. It says that you have to fight Vargas alone. But all along the way, you're collecting teammates, being Luna and Joe and Sony and Indian. This very much like, I would put it more in the Mach 3 Us versus Them, where you're controlling the sprites more than an action-reaction Dragon's Lair style game. So that's Joe. If you touch and collect Joe, so now your buttons do stuff. You have a barrier that allows you to pass through enemies. So the sprites are running off the board, and the backgrounds, which are video footage, running off the Laserdisc. For the sake of preservation, we are actually running it off of a Dexter, which only replaces the Laserdisc. And our cabinet has a working Laserdisc player in there and the original Laserdisc. But if you're running Laserdisc players for 17 hours a day, they won't work long. So in the name of preservation, we commissioned Matt Owensby, who's the creator of the Dexter, to figure out how to make this work with Vegas Battle, Cobra Command, and Road Blaster, which is an outrageous feat that Matt took upon himself. So this one, another one of those where we had to work to get some preservation going. So very, very few of these cabinets out there. And often the Laserdisc players will fail and stop working. And we have a fix for that now. But ours works regardless. What'd you think?
That's really cool. I know, there's not a lot of these Laserdisc games out here, but getting this one, that's cool. So now not only Super Don Quixote, but now you got Vegas Battle. That's impressive. So yeah, and it plays the same way as I remembered it at home. But yeah, that's amazing. That's really cool.
All right, the King Can Black Man. Make sure you're following him right here on Twitch at the King Can Black Man. Who's stepping up next? Ed, pillar of the community. Outrageously generous. Man, thank you so much for all you do, man. You're super generous to us.
Hey, you guys gave me so much happiness, I got to pay it back somehow.
Thank you, man. Have you heard of Vegas Battle?
No, just until you pull out the tarp.
All right, well, let's see how you do. Gameplay, it's almost like you're trying to collect the power-ups as they fall, but it's almost like a Galaga style, a little bit faster pace. The enemies are coming down past you, maybe more a little bit like Phoenix. Have at. Hold up. You good? All good. Got a little bit of monitor adjustments going on that we got to do still. Didn't want to start messing around with it right before the Monday stream. Very, very early character design. And the gameplay is very unique. It's very straightforward and doesn't seem like the most difficult game. But, I had been playing it the last few days, and it's like, once I was getting the hang of it, it's like, oh, I'm going to go back and play some more. You can be firing. You got the trigger. Oh, that's one of those where he didn't know there was a trigger. You want to go again? He's going back up. He's going back up. I'm saying this is Catch Me Warrior, Catch Me game. Only level 1. Luna, who says, "Catch me, warrior, catch me," seems to not want to be caught. It's like, come on, lady, work with me here. Oh, no. Yeah, a handful of, weird things like you collect like Luna gives you, I don't know what Luna gives you actually. Joe gives you the barrier. And your comrades, as they stack up, They fight alongside of you. They're shooting alongside of you. They give you more firepower. All right. It's tough. 4,100. It's a tough game. It's tough.
It's tough, but once I realized I had a trigger there, I'm like, oh, I could shoot back. Oops.
That helps. That helps. Who's stepping up next? Come on up. Have you heard of Vegas Battle?
I have heard of the anime it's based off of.
Armageddon.
Yeah, Gen Wars, Armageddon, yeah.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it, bits and pieces of it years ago. It's one of those things where you find it on YouTube in like 3-minute clips or whatever back in the day. So when I saw it, I'm like, I know this. I don't know what the name of it is. And we looked it up. I'm like, I know what this is.
All right, well, let's see how you do.
Hopefully good.
Joel, thank you for that. Sharing that tech, it was tough. We knew we were having problems with Cobra Command. And it's like we had our last working Laserdisc player, and we're not really able to fix those very easily. So it was like we commissioned and got in touch with Matt Owensby, who had made the Dexter, and there were 3 games that the Dexter did not work with. Vegas Battle, Cobra Command, and Road Blaster. So it was interesting. It was quite the process. At first, he wasn't sure he could do it. But Matt engineered it and made it all work. Oh! 1,300. It's tough. It is tough.
That was a lot of fun. I forgot that there's a trigger on it. And so like halfway through, I'm like, oh yeah, he said that.
All right. Who's stepping up next? King stepping back up. This license through Katakawa, that's a company that owns Gamera. Huh. Interesting. There was a video on YouTube that I was watching about why Armageddon is such an underrated anime. And its success really led to more animes coming out. It is certainly not a highly revered anime in the vein of like Akira or Ninja Scroll. So, Joe, I believe that's an Irish accent he has. Once you collect Joe, if you can get Joe on your side, you got him. No! But now Joe's fighting alongside you, giving you an extra firepower. He's also you can hit the barrier button and it'll allow enemies to pass through you, but only for a little bit. Not an easy game. Zap saying those backgrounds are beautiful. That's the nice thing about having Laserdisc. It's a very minimal use on the Laserdisc side. All the cutscenes, obviously. But the end game, they're... All right, who's stepping up next? Rehab Submarine. What is up, man? Have you played Vegas Battle?
I've never even heard of it.
I love hearing that. That's one of my most favorite things to hear. Is like, you've played a lot of games.
That's true. I have.
So to be able to put up something new to you, that it's not even, you haven't even heard of it, pretty good.
The animation looks really cool, so it'll be fun to try.
All right, good luck. Marcel, what is up? It is a tough game. So I was watching this video about why this anime, Harmageddon, had so much influence in anime in general, but in so many other things, including, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Bega's Battle Bega might have made a cameo appearance in another game. They kind of made an homage character. I think it was Chrono Trigger, if I'm not mistaken. I've not played through Chrono Trigger. And I'll get clarification from the talent. He is a huge Chrono Trigger fan. So I'll have to ask. Lavos does look like Bega. Wouldn't believe me. Oh, you wouldn't believe me. From Chrono Trigger, is that correct? Lavos. Bowlmaster. Excited for the Angry Video Game Nerd coming out. We are too. It's going to be big. So, has the barrier after this stage. Oh, good use. On to the next stage, another greeted and traded to another cut screen. Some video. Excellent out of the box score, 10,200, pretty good.
Tough game. Tough game.
The fans getting behind Rehab. Who's stepping? King stepping back up. With Angry Video Game Nerd coming out, I think we'll have to pull up Ninja Baseball Batman. We'll have to get that up front and center. We'll have to pull up some key nerd video, some key nerd games to bring up and put alongside him. Same for Nostalgia Critic and the Cinema Snob. It's going to be a great Friday and Saturday. Plus, G-Fest is going on and the Video Game Summit. It's going to be insane. Todd, we'll see you next time, man. Casey Spoon, me and Waffles were just talking about that. I think it's time to group those laser discs together. Waffles, do you think, for Angry Video Game Nerd, should we have him play some Mad Motor to get him into the full Angry Video Game mode?
I might be alone on that opinion, actually. I was picking Stephen Lucas's brain over the weekend, and he kind of disagreed with me on it being like horribly, terribly bad. He might be the deciding factor, though. I think that'd be Maybe. Yeah. That'd be hilarious. We'll see who wins.
What would you have AVGN play?
Oh man. Vicious Circle. Yes.
We should get Max out, Maximilian and Angry Video Game Nerd, and have them talk over a meeting of the minds over Vicious Circle would be interesting.
That would not be pretty. Vicious Circle. Yeah, Mad Motor. Throw Mad Motor at him. Pit Fighter, of course. That's a classic.
No, Pit Fighter. We were literally standing up here, and some guy was, "Where's Pit Fighter?" He was telling me, he's like, "Oh, I love playing Pit Fighter."
As a joke, they have to for a couple yucks. They're like, man, let me go play some Pit Fighter.
I don't get it. I love Pit Fighter. I love Mad Motor. If anything, I'd bust out maybe Angry Video Game Nerd is the reason we bust out Double Dragon 3.
There we go. Yeah, you can maybe get them to agree on that one for sure.
Pancreas saying Chinese Exorcist.
Ooh, very good one. That's an excellent one.
King, you going back up? King going back up. He can't get enough. Now, I haven't looked up on Arcade how many of these are in, other arcades out there. I'm going to say, I don't even know if I don't even think it's in the arcade games list. That's how rare this game is. Mike Vinacore, legend of the industry, Mike Vinacore. He's worked on so many amazing games, worked on Tester since the Mortal Kombat days, now over at Stern. Talking with him, he's a huge fan and was talking with him. He was aware of the game. He was like, yeah, that guy lived in arcades, and he had never seen one in real life. Stage 4. It's so crazy. The video in the back. Oh, he's got Sony working with him now. Some style. Rescue Sony. 1983. I think somebody would have a problem with you calling a character Sony nowadays. Oh, no. Casey Spoon saying, nope, not on arcade. Marcel asking about Freedom Fighter. Is that in the collection? There's a lot of games in the vaults. Ed stepping back up. See how he does. Oh no! Original board. You know, some of the collectors care about it. Some don't. Original labels on the ROMs. Because these boards, Cobra Command, Road Blaster, and Vegas Battle, all use the same board. So if you had the Laserdisc and the ROMs, you could swap them. You could change them up. All of them use the same cabinet, the same stick. On to the next level. Don't forget to vote for the Galloping Ghost Arcade on the Newsweek poll of who's the best arcade in the U.S. You can vote every day until July 17th. You want to go again? Ed going again. Not that we ever have to explain why we're the best arcade out there. Joker, thank you so much for that vote. But somebody's new here and doesn't know what the Galloping Ghost Arcade is. We're the largest arcade in the world. You know, largest arcade of all time. 1,045 arcade games. All original hardware. Saying about 90% all in original cabinets. Huge proponent. We've helped restore so many games. We've helped about 50 arcades open worldwide, so we're pretty good for the arcade scene. We have a side company called Galloping Ghost Reproductions that helps restore games to collectors and other arcades all over the world. Oh, did I mention that we've helped bring out all of the legends of the industry from guys like Jeff Lee, Brian Colin, all the Mortal Kombat industry guys, Daniel Pacina, all the original actors. We've run events with just so many industry, Eugene Jarvis, George Petro. You know, we've preserved games like Daikaiju, no Gakushiyu. We've brought in several hundred games from Japan, like Yuchiya, Desuka-san, Chocovator Contact D, and the Outfoxies. Kind of put them in front of people. Orlando, thank you for voting.
Not as good as last time, but I'm getting better. You know, why not?
All right, he's going back again. Can't get enough. You know, we opened with 130 machines, but grew it to 1,045. You know, we've put a new game on the arcade floor every Monday for over 9 years. You know, we've reproduced many arcade components that are out of circulation that have helped, again, gaming preservation. Joker's pointing out that the creator of Pac-Man did Pulitzer Prize visit. Oh, yeah. People like Toru Iwatani just showing up out of the blue because we're kind of known worldwide. Players that travel in from all over the world. We've run events like Combat Con, Developers Day that have kind of garnished stuff like the unreleased level from Narc. Hey, did everybody remember that we put Primal Rage 2 on the arcade floor, which was kind of like the holy grail of arcade gaming? And somebody offered us $60,000 for the board, but we left it here instead of taking the money. Hey, does everybody remember that we have a Sega R360, and the only other known location to have that would be Estonia, which nobody's going to? Hey, does everybody remember that we have about 40 prototype arcade games that you can only play here? Oh, does everybody remember that we have probably close to 400 games that we're the only arcade in the world to have them? Bald Idea Society. No, we don't have Galaxian 3. See, that's the best thing. That's all it takes to. I can list all these accomplishments, but somebody, as soon as you mention an accomplishment, it's like, oh, you don't have Time Gal, you don't have Galaxian 3. That puts me on the bridge like Billy in Predator. I'll be up there cutting my chest open later tonight.
97.50. That's great.
You got to break 10,000. Let's see one more. It's a long list. TV shows, documentaries, film in here. We've brought so many things to light. You know how people do artwork around cabinets, that custom bezel art? We were the first to do that back in the early 2000s. Started with those Mortal Kombat bezels. You could see ours in a little show called The Last of Us. Hey, you see how everybody puts console games in arcade cabinets? We started that. Did you see how everybody got a new game today called Vegas Battle, which is now, I believe, the only arcade where you can play this at is right here at the Galloping Ghost. So vote for us if you think we're worthy. We'd like it. You know, I think the most telling thing about how good this arcade is the players and the community that make it up. It's you guys watching this stream right now. The viewers here are what really... Sorry about that. Drives us to keep being better and better. If we didn't have this community here, guys like Ed supporting us every week, coming out, throwing bits our way, helping us grow. Guys like Angry Video Game Nerd and Maximilian and industry, all the industry people, the Eugene Jarvises, the George Petros, the Jeff Lees. The people traveling in from out of state, the Fat Chris's, the Todds, the Roth brothers, even Stephen Lucas traveling in hours to make the journey here. It's all very telling. Getting to Sony. You look at the wild people I get to work with, the Tommy Waffles, the Brandon Diaz's, GGA Jeremiah's, the whole crew, the Doug Foxes. These guys, so good. They could be working anywhere. They want to work here. It really 15,400, and pushing that score up. Top on the board. You know what that means right now? That means Ed is your world record holder right now on real arcade hardware, I would believe. All right. You know, we're going to send everybody. We thank you all so much for joining us today. We're going to send you over to somebody who's playing the NES version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Again, continuing our tribute to GGA Slips, Brad Vitale, who will be very missed in hearing of his passing this weekend. Again, our deepest condolences to the people that knew him, his family and his friends, people that played with him on Team GA. It's a heavy loss. We spent a lot of time with that guy. He was an awesome dude, so he will be sorely missed. We do want to thank everybody as well for voting for us in that Newsweek poll. Again, you can vote 7 days a week. You can vote on your phone. You can vote on your computer. Actually, this guy just disappeared. We're about to send him, all you great viewers. Oh, there he is. The Shellathon 3. So tell this guy we say hello. Tell him what you've seen here. Find out for us. Joel, thank you for that. Elsa, thank you for that too. Orlando, thank you. Tell this guy we say hello. Tell him what you've seen here. Find out for us if he's been out to the largest arcade in the world, the Galloping Ghost Arcade. Until next time, thanks everybody. This is Doc Mac from the Galloping Ghost Arcade. We hope to see you around the arcade soon. Thanks a lot, everybody.